Hello, everybody. New Manchester here, back with another video. And I've been constantly getting comments from people from Canada telling me how Canada is. I heard all the stories, and the stories are shocking and they're hair raising and they're crazy, and also got some comments from some of them who are just downright weird and downright nuts. And I don't know why I'm wasting my time with these people. I mean, they tell me about their country, then when I comment back to them, they will never ever comment back to me at all. And I digged up some things online and found out why. And I found something from someone from Ireland. This is from someone from Ireland who went to Canada, and it's titled Canadians Are Antisocial. And here it is. I am Irish. I moved to Canada with my family in 2009 when I was 16 and lived there for 2 years. I am now 18 and I returned home a few months ago. During the during my time there I didn't make friends. Excuse me. Let me start over again. During my time there I didn't make friends. I found the Canadian people to be polite and nice. To be honest, there isn't much bad I could say about the Canadian people, but I found it impossible to make friends. They seemed like the type of people who weren't connect, who weren't content with the friends they had, and they didn't really mix with anyone else. A lot of you reading this may think that there is a good chance that I was antisocial or there was something wrong with me, but honestly, that wasn't the case. The thing that interested me was while coming home, I talked to a girl from Ireland too, who was older than me and had the exact same problem. What she told me was exactly the same as my experience. And this girl was pretty. This girl was pretty, nice, and social in my option. So it was a surprise to hear that her experience was the exact same. I have also heard other people's stories which aren't much different. Anyways, has anyone else had an experience like this with moving to Canada or Canadians? Or maybe there is a cultural reason to why it's like that. By the way, I don't mean to offend any Canadian by asking this. Like I said, I could see a lot of positive things in Canadian people and their society. Thanks to anyone who answers. It's like I found something. And and I found something else that is the answer to that. I don't know if it's the answer to that or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and read this. And this is from the Canadian point of view. And here it is. I always got I always get told that how people in Canada must be super polite and nice people from people that I know overseas, but that is not so true. Canadians are not friendly like you think they are. So you have to live here and get used to what they really are like. Canadians are no better or worse than anyone else in the world. I don't believe in the myth of the polite Canadian. They're as rude or nice as anyone else. This is not a rant. This is to let you know to not be confused to thinking that being polite is being friendly. The reputation of all Canadians being friendly or nice people seem to be vague. We're not that friendly or polite either. This image emphasizes Canadians. We are more polite than average, but we're also the most passive aggressive people to ever come across. We act more polite, but are still just as mean. It's just an expression in a different way from Americans. Most of us avoid confrontation at all costs. Quebecers exempted. If we disapprove of someone, we won't say or do anything at the time. Afterwards, we will discuss among ourselves how bad / rude / horrible it was and be very judgmental about it. We will retain the story to everyone we know, and they will probably tell everyone they know. So we're passive aggressive. It's much more fun than the in your face style. However, Canada is a beautiful country, and there are some friendly and nice people, just not all of us. Although I've yet to meet a nice Canadian. Instead, some of us seem to be highly opinionated and in a bad mood every day. Okay, here are some Canadians on this. Okay, this is the first one. Just so you know, Canadians weren't the ones who started up that stereotype about polite Canadians. To the best of my understanding, it got started around a century ago by another country about timid Canadians not being aggressive enough, of being rather cowardly wusses by comparison with that other country, hence the United States. Then, when that was irreproachably proven to be not true, and it became evident that Canadians punch above their weight when requested, i.e., World War I and World War II. From there, it gradually developed into the stereotype of Canadians being polite in quiet manner. I wouldn't say Canadians are more or less polite than anyone else in the Western world, but I do think most Canadians keep their cool and aren't quite as brash and ignorant and loudmouth as some other non-Canadian people are when they do speak their minds. I don't care if other people want to believe that Canadians are polite. I can think of a lot of much worse things to have a reputation for. Okay. Number 2. Canadian number 2. You seem just slightly obsessed over this and have even taken to duplicating your post almost word from word on this issue. This was your post number 118 in the other trend of Canadians being meanies. Canadians are not friendly like you think they are, so you have to live here and get used to what they really are like. Canadians are no better or worse than anyone else in the world. I don't believe in the myth of the polite Canadian. They're as rude and self-centered as everyone else. Exactly the same wording as the new topic you've just created. And here once again, you interject the Americans as the competitor model. Might I ask why might I ask why that is when Canadians rightly or wrongly are perceived by the whole world as being polite? Is it just Americans being unmentioned, unomitted in the same sentences as the words nice and friendly you are worried about? Was that trend not complete enough in its coverage on the issue that you needed to re-evoke the horse for another beating? Would it not seem wise that instead of creating yet another trend that will serve only to perceive the meaning further, that perhaps letting the already existing trend deal with the issue as it was specifically started by an unhappy semi you seem obsessed with comparing yourself to? Okay, the next one. Most of us avoid confrontations at all cost. Quebecers expected. Okay, this is from the first one. I just think most of us Canadians are a bit too insecure and always need some type of motivation to actually step up and take advantage of the many outdoor places where people can socialize and meet new people, because I also find Canada to be a tough place to meet new people and make friends. Okay, next one. I thought it was Americans calling you so polite because you have basic manners in public, which they don't. Saying sorry. In what other countries besides Canada do citizens say sorry when they are the ones that are bumped into? Almost always will both parties say sorry, regardless of who's actually at fault. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I heard all the stories, I am convinced. I mean, I get it. I understand. I mean, to all you Canadians who watch my why living in Canada sucks videos, I understand, okay? I get it. After hearing all the stories, I'm crossing Canada off of my list of
where to travel in the world. You know, you know. As of now, I'm not gonna think about Canada. I'm not gonna talk about Canada. I'm gonna have Canada completely out of my mind. I'm not gonna even think about that country. I don't want to hear the national anthem. I don't want to hear the name of the provinces. Nothing. I mean, uh, I'll watch the news and see what's going on up there, but I don't want to have anything to do with that country. There's countries where I can start up a conversation and talk to people for hours and hours and hours and won't be alone and won't have a hard time making friends. I mean, and my country isn't no better either. It's even worse. I mean, it's even difficult to make friends here. So so um so to all you Canadians, I mean, if you guys start sending more comments on one of my "Why Living in Canada Sucks" videos, I mean, I don't want to hear it. Okay, I understand what your country is and what it is all about. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear it. And you know what? I just don't want to hear it anymore. You know, I don't know why I'm making this video. I mean, it's just a waste of time. I mean, making a video about a country that is so just as antisocial as the U.S. Okay, I don't want to hear it anymore. All right, I don't want to hear it anymore.